What's up guys, my name is Jellycut5 and welcome back to an episode of the Creator Club series. Before we do get straight into things, if you haven't done so already, please like, please subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. I thought we'd start today's episode with some stats. It's interesting to see where we're at in the season so far, so I just wanted to run you through the actual top goal scorers for the club. So as you can see, enquires is on 7 goals in 12 games, Parkin on 6 goals in 11, he's doing pretty well. Welch contributing in the middle, 4 goals in 11 there. Tomlinson with 3. You've also got Cunningham with 3 and 6, who's not doing too bad as a youth prospect and so on. I would like to see more from Marcelo Flores, only 2 in 9, Hoverath 2 in 7. So in terms of actually goal scoring things, in terms of who we've signed and who we're using, it's not looking too bad. In terms of the assists, it seems to be that Isaac Prince and Welch are the most creative out of the players that we have got. Parkin obviously dobbing in with the assists also with 3. Charles John with 3. We're yet to see him back from injury. Hoverath 2. But quite a few assists from numerous amount of players, which gives me a sense that there's a lot of contribution in the squad. Now, I did obviously go on to the Youth Academy a couple of episodes ago, and if you have missed any previous episodes, I have got a playlist for the whole thing. So if you literally want to go down in the description of this particular video, you will be able to check out every single episode that we have currently done of the Creator Club series. Now, I thought I'd go back to the youth tournaments for the simple fact it's a good way of developing your players, and I feel like it's probably the best and quickest way to be able to do so, in fairness. At the same time, I wasn't too sure about the actual rush game mode itself, but you know what, I thought I'd give it another go, and I was really impressed by the players. Bearing in mind we've got a Araujo that we signed in the Youth Academy now, I was really happy with the transformation that some of these players are actually starting to take, and one player that did really impress me was Jackson, in all fairness. He is actually a wing-back, but boy could he score some goals. Absolutely phenomenal in front of goal. Merton was really good in front of it in terms of being between the sticks at the same time, and everyone seemed to be really working well as a team, and we actually managed to score some really nice goals within this actual mode itself, and we did really well. These particular clips are taken from the final. We did actually reach the final against Notts County, and as you can see, we're doing pretty well, and for whatever reason, we just seem to gel as a team and just really work in terms of the actual five players that we have got on the pitch at this current time. I would like to develop it even further on to be able to kind of have us in a position where we can start using these in the first 11. So maybe if we can get ourselves into a comfortable position, I might start promoting some of these players to be able to play in some of the big boy games and really develop them skills between 90 minutes. But we actually won that game 3-0 in the end, meaning we won the youth tournament. As you can see, Tommy Lee's getting on the man of the match. He's only 14, bearing in mind, but he's done a phenomenal job so far. But I just wanted to note that, and we've won our first youth tournament as a club. So really interesting stuff and really kind of exciting stuff, it has to be said. As we pan our attention to League 2 action, we face Gillingham away from home. The form's been good. We've still kept up with the teams that we've needed in the league, and obviously we're leading the table as of the moment, but we need to keep that up. Gillingham haven't had the best season so far, so we're going to be looking to capitalise on that and get all 3 here. And as you can see, we've got a very strong lineup. Munir, Rares and Marty, Gibbons, Lewis in your back 4 there, as you can see. Still the same midfield there with Elliott, Prince and Hoverath just coming in for Welch, and enquires, Parkin and Flores as your attacking front 3. But yeah, strong side to field against Gillingham, and really looking forward to this particular tie. Full of confidence, and I reckon we can definitely get a job done away from home. I would actually say our away form has been better than our home form, in all fairness. We've actually been doing better on the road than we have at our own ground. I'm not too sure why that is the case. It's just for the simple fact of, I don't know, it just seems to be that we play a better away from home, but that has been the catalyst for us this season. But we look to start the game strong, but Gillingham look to start the game strong, nice and strong here as well, as Little picks it up in the middle, but he loses out to Marcelo Flores. Really good option to find Parkin. He looks to twist past the defender, enquires now, and a very good save made by the keeper, bringing the keeper into action early on in his first 8 minutes or so in this tie, as we look to continue on. Gillingham now in the middle of the park with many options on the right hand side and the left hand side, but they're just running around the middle and can't really get any options going, as we are chasing the ball down, and Hoverath does really well. He gets the ball into the area, lovely ball, and the absolute belter of a finish from Austin Parkin, an acrobatic finish, unbelievable stuff from the number 9, and he finds the back of the net to make it Gillingham 0, JD Cook FC 1. The cross was abysmal, in all fairness. When you actually look back on it, Parkin had to run back to that ball, and he's just adjusted his body and gone for the dicey. I mean, the keeper probably could have done better in that sort of scenario, but we'll take it because it's a bicycle kick goal that has been scored, and we now are in front in this tie. Very good start to this game. Let's see if we can continue it, but Gillingham now going on the attack in the 12th minute. Straight off the kick-off there, Bradley Dack there, the former Sunderland man, looking for an option to see if he can do anything in that moment in time. Really, really interesting to see what we can do as Hoverath picks it up in the middle there as he got options on the right-hand side. Bobby Gibbons making himself in support there. Many yellow shirts, one of them's Parkin. He makes a 1-2 of Elliott. Elliott looks to find Parkin once again, but he can't find him. Back to Hoverath. Now Prince with the effort there, and a very big save made by the Gillingham keeper there as he falls to defenders and they look to clear their lines. Really, really strong start in this tie, and I can't dismay any performances from whatsoever because we've been really good, really strong in the ball, looking like we wanted to actually go on the attack and actually create something here. As Enquires picks it up on the right-hand side, finding Hoverath. He's been really good in this game, Hoverath. I've been a bit of a critic of him so far, but he's getting himself into this game. Marcelo Flores finds Jamal Lewis there with a ball into the box as it's blocked from Mackenzie. And it will go out for a throw-in, and Jamal Lewis takes a throw-in, quickly finding Flores. Now to Elliott in the middle. He could shoot, but he's got options. One of them being Bobby Gibbons. He takes the effort now, and it is a shot blocked. But Enquires looks to be able to see if he can keep it into play, and he does exactly that. Ball into the area. It's Hoverath. He nods it on to Parkin, and what an effort that is, and what a collective team goal that is. It's Gillingham 0, JD Cook FC 2, and Austin Parkin has got his shooting boots on today because he finds the back of the net for a second time in this tie. Really good stuff there from the number 9. Really good bit of play there as the ball went into the area. It's not the best of angles, but Hoverath just heads it down, and he just so well to be cool, calm and collected in that moment. He even takes a touch and he volleys it into the corner. Really, really good stuff there from Austin Parkin. Charles John, who I'm not joking, he is we are missing Charles John at the moment, but Austin Parkin is definitely filling some decent boots in that striker role, and he is making it even harder for when he does make his comeback. That is for sure. 35 minutes being played in this particular tie. Gillingham is still looking like they could go on search for a goal here, but I'm not too sure if that's going to be the case. Coleman picks it up in the middle, and they're really struggling to get forward here, Gillingham. Really pushing them back, and our press has really worked in all fairness, and we're really putting them under pressure. Once again, they're winning the ball in a high area of the pitch there. Hoverath finds Austin Parkin. He's on for the hat-trick, and he's got the hat-trick. It's Gillingham 0, JD Cook FC 3, and Austin Parkin does a little bit of a funny dance in front of the travelling fans there. Really good stuff from Austin Parkin. Didn't really need to do much in that moment in time. Just kept his cool, skipped it past the defender, absolutely walloped it on his right foot, leaving the keeper absolutely no idea of where that was going. Really, really good stuff from there from Austin. And the half isn't over yet. 3 goals in the first half. Probably one of the best starts we've had to a first half in all fairness. As we continue on, Mackenzie picks it up on the right hand side. Gillingham are going to want something out of this game, even if it's a consolation in the first, to be able to build on into the second. Nevitt picks it up then to find Nolan. Nolan with an opportunity to get the ball into the area as he does exactly that there. Bradley Dack latches onto it, but Munir is forced into his first save. An absolute sublime half and a professional half from the boys as we continue on into the second half. And we're looking to start the second half nice and strong here. Enquires picks it up. Many options there. Austin Parkin being one of them. But Flores is there. And that is a very big save made by the Gillingham keeper to be able to kind of make it a less of a deficit in this tie. He's done it all right in all fairness because he's been under a massive barrage of shots. But he has got one on that moment in time. And he has made a save. Gillingham look to be kind of really poor on the ball in all fairness. Trying to pass it round the back. I'm not too sure why. They've lost it in these sort of areas before. There's no reason why they can't lose it in this sort of area once again there. Nolan picks it up on the right hand side, going back to Mackenzie as he looks to be able to see if he can get past Marcelo Flores, but a very good interception from Flores. He finds Prince there. Prince looking to find Elliott. He does that. Parkin is there. He looks to be able to offload it to Parkin. On for a fourth, and another save made by the Gillingham keeper. 2 saves in the second half, and he's definitely been brought into action many times as we make some substitutions there. Tomlinson coming on the right hand side there for Enquires as Cunningham comes on for the hat-trick hero Austin Parkin, and Partridge is going to go in the cam role for Hoverath there with the last substitution for Harris or for Reyes. Then really good substitutions, just trying to see if we can get some players for more minutes, especially players like Cunningham and so on as we get to the end of this second half. Not long left whatsoever. Tomlinson intercepts it in a dangerous part of the pitch. They've been so poor defensively, and that showed exactly why. Gillingham 0, JD Cook FC 4, and that man man, Arlo Tomlinson, amongst the goals once again. He hasn't been on the pitch that long, but he finds himself amongst the goals. And what a way to end this particular fixture. The defending, as I mentioned, from Gillingham has just been absolutely woeful. The passing, the movement, just playing it so deep and kind of relying on their wing-backs to be able to kind of push up the field. It's just not going to work in any situation whatsoever. But it just kept failing, and they just kept on trying it for whatever reason. I'm not too sure. But that is it for this particular tie. We do come out victorious. A big 3 points on the road, 4 goals, a clean sheet, 3 points. What more could you want? A sublime performances from the whole side, in all fairness. Austin Parkin being a notable factor with his hat-trick effort. Good goal by Arlo Tomlinson also, and collectively in the midfield and the defence we were so strong, leaving it a very quiet day for Munir between the sticks. As you can see there, Austin Parkin being noted. Parkin is having a standout season and leads the way in terms of goal involvement to date. 12 goal involvements, 12 matches, 9 goals, 3 assists, and an average rating of 7.6. After that man of the match performance against Gillingham, we're looking to be able to see if Austin Parkin can bring out the same again. This time against MK Dons. They're having a pretty good season so far, being around the playoffs. They've dropped down a slight bunch, but bear in mind the table is very tight, so that could change with a win here. You just never know. Looking to be able to see if we can build on the win against Gillingham. Obviously, that would be nice for it to be the case. Just whether that's going to be the case, in all fairness, because we've just been a little bit inconsistent when we get decent results, but we've got a strong side on display again. No saying why we can't get the victory, and there's no saying why 3 points can't be taken in this fixture. Only the one change to be made there, as Hoverath is going to be coming off for Welsh there, as you can see. But pretty much the team is exactly the same that faced Gillingham. A very strong defence, a strong midfield and a strong attack. Hopefully that means all 3 points in the bag. But you just never know. We need to start this game nice and strong. Bearing in mind that MK Dons are definitely a better side than Gillingham. But let's get straight into this tie then. 2 minutes being played then. We'll look to be able to see if we can start the game off nice and strong. Elliott picking out Gibbons on the right hand side to find Zenyayas there. Gibbons is in support behind him, but he looks to find Austin Parkin over the top, but he's unsuccessful in his attempt there as he tries to win the header. Not to be the case as it goes back to the keeper, and MK Dons look to be able to play it out from the back and sort of create some opportunity for themselves there. And I find it's really dangerous when the AI does this. I'm not too sure why that's the case, if it's new technology, but Austin Parkin with the interception. This could be a 1-0 straight away, but Zenyayas is denied from the goalkeeper then. Very good save from the goalkeeper, it has to be said. And now they're looking to go on some sort of a counter-attack themselves as Lecco picks it up on the right hand side. Jamal Lewis is beaten there, as you can see, as he finds Hendry. Hendry 2-on-2 at the moment there with teammates in support. Red shirts filling the box there. Hendry picks it up onto his teammate Anchor. Now to Anchor, as you can see, but Rare's very strong in the tackle, cancelling out that move. Now looking to go on their counter-attacking move as Elliott finds Zenyayas on the right hand side. He's been brought into action with one shot already. Can he have another? Another effort is made, but it just blazed over the bar there. Not the best of efforts, and Jamal Lewis has been offered a yellow card, unfortunately, and that is the first yellow of this particular game. 17 minutes being played, both sides having chances so far, looking pretty fast paced at the same time. Milton Keynes looking strong on the ball as Lecco finds his teammate Anchor then with an option to be able to see if he can find Hendry, and he does so, and that is a perfectly timed finish. He didn't waste any time about hitting that one whatsoever, absolutely nestling it into the top corner, leaving it JD Cook FC 0, MK Dons 1, and it's that man Hendry amongst the goal in that an opportunity. And that was a good bit of play from MK Dons there. He just split past the defender, he made the run, he just knew to open his body up and not even take his time, just absolutely hit it and hope, and he's done really well in that effort. Munir left absolutely kind of just confused, to be honest. I probably thought in that moment, because it just came out of nothing. The play was so sublime from MK Dons, but we'll continue on. 20 minutes being played. Jamal Lewis on the left hand side looking to create something, but he can't get a ball into the area. Welch picks up the pieces though. He could find himself with an option to find Elliott, and he does. Now Gibbons knows. Zenyayas on the right hand side offering support at the same time. He chips it over to Zenyayas, he chests it down, ball into the area, but there is a poor ball and he can't latch on to the loose ball there, as you can see, as the keeper looks to clear it. Can we latch on to the loose ball from the keeper? Yes, we can. Reyes wins the header. Elliott wins the challenge. Now Zenyayas on the right hand side. Elliott making a 1-2 there, but he just can't be found in that moment. And our second ball is just really poor. Find ourselves in a really good position, but the 1-2s just don't really work in our favour whatsoever, and we end up losing the ball and then having to go on some sort of defensive duties ourselves. As Tomlinson finds a ball to Anchor. Gibbons did get a touch, but not enough to be able to stray the pass as Hendry looks to pick it up. He's already scored once, and he nearly scored twice in that moment. A decent save by Munir, and it is a very good bit of attacking football from MK Dons so far. And in all fairness, they just don't look like giving up whatsoever. They look really good as a team so far. As Anchor picks it up, then Gibbons does get stuck in with a tackle. Elliott finds himself in the middle there. Many blue shirts offering support. Parkin is there. Marcelo Flores offering a helping hand. But the pass just once again just doesn't work out whatsoever. And now we're hitting us on the break now. Lecco picks it up. He's so quick. Munir runs out there. And very brave of Munir to be able to run out in front of that play and make a big save. Didn't really expect that to actually get to him. I thought he actually might work it round the keeper, but it's not to be. And we look to try to go on some sort of attacking play ourselves. Edin picks up on the right hand side. He's definitely got the pace, but as you can see, MK Dons are playing a back five. That's why it's so hard to break them down. The back five just seems impossible to be able to break down, and nothing is working in our favour whatsoever. As we get a throw in after they really poor clearance. Elliott breaks the throw in nice and quick there. Edin to Parkin. This could be perfect. It's Austin Parkin, and you'd put your house on him scoring that, but unfortunately he hasn't done in that opportunity, and we are still trailing going into the second half now. As you can see, MK Dons looking to start the second half nice and strong. Anchor picks it up to Tomlinson, back to Tomlinson it goes from Anchor there, as you can see, and then you can see on the left hand side he's really trying to get on that left. Amati with a strong challenge, but he falls over his own legs, it seems to be, and this is where it gets from bad to worse. Lecco finds himself open and free, and MK Dons find themselves with a 2-goal advantage because it's JD Cook FC 0, MK Dons 2, and Lecco finds himself now on the score sheet, and this is not working out in our favour whatsoever, bearing in mind we've only just started the second half. So if anything, we needed improvement in the second half, and we've gone from bad to worse. In all fairness, it's not looking good for ourselves whatsoever, and that is a very valiant effort made by Lecco in that opportunity. They've taken their chances at the end of the day, and we just haven't created any to take, and that has been our problem in this particular tie. Then 50 minutes being played, can we get a ball into the area? No, we can't there, as a keeper looks to clear it, and it's a ball clearance. Edin now, and that is a very good save made by the keeper. That was our chance to get ourselves back into the tie, but it's not to be on that sort of occasion. 60 minutes being played, MK Don still on the search for another goal here. Lecco trying to see it on the right hand side, but he can't, as he's denied. Kelly now puts it to the left of Tomlinson there as he skips past the defender, finding Anchor. He's got many red shirts in the box, but a team kind of teamwork, but still Amati making mistakes in that moment in time. Not a strong game from Daniel Amati in this particular tie whatsoever, as they still remain on the ball. Lecco, now Hendry, he scored one before, can he score again? But he is depossessed from Reyes as Prince picks it up, finding Welch. Could this be the moment we now gone some sort of attacking football? Marcelo Flores now, he's skipping past the defenders, he's in a great position, this could be it, but it's not to be. It's not good enough to beat the keeper, and that is our actual we had our chance. That is the issue. We've had our chance and we've blown it, and now MK Don's going back on the attack. Hendry finds Anchor on the left hand side. It's a very end-to-end game, it has to be said, but MK Don's being the stronger out of the two. Kelly now on the ball, many options are there. Back to Tomlinson there, as you can see. Tomlinson to Hendry. Hendry skips past the defender. A poor challenge from Daniel Amati. He's had a shocker, and a big save made by Munir. Still in play though, as Lewis picks it up on the right hand side. He tries to get the ball into the area, but Prince intercepts it, and now we go on the attack ourselves. Welch picks it up. Ibrahim Welch down looking to find Austin Parkin, and he does exactly that. Hasn't got the pace to beat the defenders, but he finds himself in a really good position. It's going to be Parkin, and that is another top save made by the keeper. Is he beatable, or is he just completely unbeatable? Nyes picks it up. Now Parkin, and that answers your question. He is unbeatable. That is a very good goal, and Austin Parkin has got his side back into the tie. It's been a very woeful game for ourselves so far, it has to be said. Nothing created whatsoever, but luckily Nyes was on his toes to be able to intercept the ball still in their area, and it's a simple tap-in made by Austin Parkins. We've probably got about 10 or 15 minutes in game to really get anything out of this particular tie, but I just can't see it the way we've been playing. That was a real sort of snatch and grab sort of stuff, so we're going to need a little bit of luck when it comes to the second goal also, as MK Dons look on search for a third. Even though they are only got a 1-goal deficit now, they're still giving it some, and they're still looking to go on search for a third, and this could be the third. Lecco picks himself out on the right hand side, and just like that, when you go and score up one end, they'll score up the other. It's JD Cook FC 1, MK Dons 3, and that's how all she wrote. In all fairness, that's how I see it anyway. Really good finish from Lecco, and the attacking move was just caught us out, and I just don't think we was really expecting it in that moment in time. That Lecco really looks like a player, and I will be monitoring him in all fairness when it comes to League One football, because I feel like he'd suit it to a T. I'm not too sure in terms of his age or rating or anything else, but I might actually put a scout on him, and if he's a younger player and he's got a decent value in terms of like he's cost effective, then he might just be seeing himself in a blue shirt next season. But turn to this game there, 86 minutes being played. The game's pretty much done at this point, it has to be said. It's not been good from our perspective whatsoever, but we still have a few minutes left to play out then, and it's could be 4, but Munir denies him in that opportunity. A very good save by Munir. He's made a few good saves in this particular tie. As much as he has conceded 3 goals, I can't deny that he's been very good for ourselves. Substitutions being made there. Welch comes off and Partridge is on, but the substitution won't make any difference in this moment in time. Corner to be taken there, as you can see, but Munir collects it nice and comfortably as he looks to throw it out to Marcelo Flores. Poor touch from Flores, it has to be said, as the Monkey Dons go back on the attack there, as you can see. Real bit of frustration so far as Lecco picks it up, finding Anchor. Now, as you can see, giving past Bobby Gibbons, it goes back to Lewington there, coming on as a sub. He uses his fresh legs to skip past the defenders. He tries to back heel it and be smart, but Bobby Gibbons is on top of that one, and he does intercept the players. We're passing it around the back. Reyes looks to find Marcelo Flores on the left-hand side, but he is offside, unfortunately, and that is a very poor line. It has to be said. I thought he was on, but it wasn't to be in that moment in time, and we do now have literally about a minute or so left. We're just wanting the referee to blow the whistle in all fairness, as MK Dons have one last attack. He skips past Marcelo Flores. He's not having any of that, and he has absolutely clattered the MK Dons attacker, and the referee's not having any of that. It's a red card for Marcelo Flores. So not only are we going to be losing the game, and we're going to drop 3 points, we're also going to lose a man in the next tie, and Marcelo Flores is not really having the best of starts to life that I originally would have liked to have had. And that is it, full time. A red card at the end was really sloppy in all fairness, and obviously having it where we've got completely dominated all game. We just didn't really seem to create enough to really poise a threat. I mean, I think if that goal went in at the first half and Zenyaes was literally opening it in on goal, and if he was to convert that, then maybe the momentum might have just changed. But it just seemed to be that MK Dons has had too much for us in this particular time. For why, I'm not too sure, because on paper they look very similar to us and we're doing better than them this season. But for the moment, we're going to have to accept the defeat and move on, and hopefully we can get some sort of revenge in the reverse fixture. But we've still got much more to focus on in our last tie of this particular episode, as we face Fleetwood in our last game of this particular episode that we will be playing. I forgot to show the lineup because it doesn't actually just go to it. You actually have to hold for the intro, which is a bit strange in my opinion. But here we go. Hyde in goal. Due to the international breaks, we've had to make many changes. Harris and Scott as centre-backs there. Gibson on the left, Gibbons on the right. Prince and Wood in the middle with Welch just ahead there. Elliott switched to the left-hand side compared to his favoured centre-mid role, with Parkin up top and Arlo Tomlinson on the right-hand side. It's an okay side, but at the end of the day, we need to get a result. Fleetwood are pretty much rock bottom as of the moment, but that doesn't stop any of them getting a result, especially on their own stomping ground. And their first 30 minutes was very slow, very slow. Neither side even getting into an area to have a shot. It was just a case of playing chess. One move was made and another one would just cancel it out. It was really poor from either side, it has to be said, but we'll continue on there. Hunt picks it up on the left hand side. He just passing it back. They've got no positive football about themselves whatsoever. Tomlinson wins it back in a really good area, it has to be said, as Parkin picks up, finding Welch to his teammate Elliott. He could get a shot off there, and he does. Really good save there as Welch looks to get the rebound, and we have broken the deadlock. It's taken 35 minutes in the first half, but Ibrahim Welch does find his goal. It's not a glorified finish whatsoever. It's a simple tap in after a horrific mistake from the goalkeeper, but we will take anything that comes our way so far in this particular game, because it's been very dull. Neither side creating anything, and I'm pretty sure Elliott was the first shot that we actually had in this tie. Really good effort from Elliott on the left hand side, bursting on the left hand side. He was unlucky in that moment in time, but the keeper just couldn't pick it up. I'm not too sure if that's due to the weather conditions or anything at that point in time, but we are not fussed whatsoever because we are now in front in this tie. As we go into the second half, Fleetwood are going to want to start the second half a little bit stronger, but the same again, they're just not really creating anything in terms of an attacking perspective whatsoever, as Bobby Gibbons looks to get stuck in there, pushing the defenders back there. Arlo Tomlinson chasing the ball down once again there. Austin Parkin literally breathing down the neck of one of the defenders, and I thought he was actually going to put it into his own net at that point, because that was a powerful pass back to the keeper, but he does get it under control as they look to switch sides to the right hand side there. As you can see, lovely tackle from Elliott as Prince picks it up. He looks to go over the top to Austin Parkin, but it is a poor ball, and they do get themselves back into possession there as Broom picks it up on the right hand side. Elliott chasing it down there, as you can see. Really good at chasing the play down, and that's what I'm really liking in terms of this team. The pressing is perfect. In terms of putting defenders under pressure in high areas of the pitch is really, really good, and you can see you've got a big example of that once again there. Elliott winning the ball back, finding Parkin. Parkin looking to find Tomlinson there. A first time effort, but it is straight at the keeper. And that is the end of that attack. But this was probably the most boring game in terms of nothing to be created whatsoever. I think the game against Salford, where it was 0-0, was probably more entertaining than this, because just nothing was happening whatsoever. Fleetwood still yet to have had a shot. We've had a few shots, but nothing special. And obviously getting one goal from a mistake from the keeper. This is their best chance here as Hunt picks it up on the left-hand side. This could be their first opportunity, and that is a phenomenal save made by Hyde. Hasn't had to do anything all game, but he's come out trumps on that particular effort there, and he has made a very big save as we look to be able to pass it out from the back and create some sort of opportunity for ourselves. Ibrahim Welch finds Elliott on the left hand side. He uses his pace there to try and see if he can beat the defenders. Austin Park in there also. Lovely ball over to Tomlinson on the right hand side. It's kind of dragged wide, but a lovely chest down to feet there as he goes back to his teammates. Wood with the pass to Park in there. This could be good. This Welch now, and another save made by the Fleetwood keeper. Very good save from close range. Fleetwood looking to go on the attack. This is really kind of hotting up in these last few minutes of this tie. Fleetwood in search of an equaliser. We're hoping to be able to clear the clean sheet and get this victory, but it's all looking a little bit tough for us as of the moment there, as Prince looks to be able to chase down the Fleetwood attackers. Only +1 on the clock. Surely they haven't got one attack in them there, as they can't get the ball up quick enough, and a full-time whistle has been blown against Fleetwood. A very good victory, a worthy victory, because at the end of the day, even though if both teams weren't any special, I felt like we come out on top that just a little bit more, but a really good effort from the boys. As much as obviously we've made big changes, I still expected a result, and that's definitely what we got. I'll take a 1-0 all day, because it doesn't matter how many you score as long as you get all 3 points, and that's exactly what we've done in this moment in time, and we've been triumphant against Fleetwood, and it is a big 3 points on the road. It seems to be that our away form's just absolutely sublime, and our home form is not living up to any expectation, as we get another draw at home there against Crewe Alexandra, a team that's been really poor this season. It seems to be that we dominated possession and shots, but we couldn't make the most of it. Reyes with a goal there, as you can see, but they come back in the 89th minute to be able to get an equaliser. And now we turn our attention to FA Cup side there. As you can see, we play against Bradford City that are in our league. I'm not really too fussed about the competition whatsoever due to obviously the structure of the club and everything so far, but we do get a 2-0 victory. Parkin and Flores getting on the score sheet to be able to put us through to the next round, and I guess it's prize money in the pot for the transfer budget next season. That's the only positive thing that I can think of when it comes to that degree. Now let's look to the league table. Right at the bottom are Bromley and Crewe. Grimsby, they're just there also. Tranmere Rovers managed to get themselves a decent amount of points to be able to kind of get past that, because they had a few games where they didn't even score any points. And right at the top there, as you can see, we are level on points with Bradford City. We've played 17, we've won 11, we've drawn 2, and we've lost 4. We're level on points with Bradford with 35 points, 6 points clear of Salford City, and it's an 8-point gap. Well, an 11-point gap between the other teams in our with obviously ourselves and Colchester. So interesting contrast. It has to be said. Obviously, where we've dropped points over the coming games, it's put ourselves in a position where we are now level with Bradford, but we now need to pick up some points in the next episode and be a little bit more consistent in the hope that we can create some sort of gap between ourselves and Bradford City. But that is the end of this particular episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. Please like and subscribe for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.